Welcome to the Community Difference Frisco. Powered by the Difference Media LLC. Hosted by Brian Poduska. And sponsored by Real Property Management Focus. Certainty Home Lending. Donovan Creative Agency. Stewart Title. The Frisco Fighters Arena Football Team. Total Care. PBJ Mortgage. And by Team Watson Redeemers. The Community Difference Frisco.
To serve as a platform for local leaders and business professionals to showcase their expertise, values, and commitment to their community. Overall, the podcast aims to create a stronger sense of community in North Texas by highlighting the often overlooked or unnoticed good work being done by local leaders, businesses, and professionals.
So sit back and relax as our host, co-host, and their guests share inspirational stories, experiences, thoughts and insights about being a professional, along with the opportunities for our businesses to serve our communities in very special ways. Because the Community Difference Frisco starts now.
All right. Welcome to the North Texas Community Difference Frisco show. You are watching episode number 13. So great to have you guys with us today. We have some awesome guests that we're about to meet here. As you know, if you've seen the show or if you haven't, what we are a show all about the community. We are putting the spotlight on local business owners, entrepreneurs, Frisco ISD leadership, nonprofit leadership, and sports leadership. We are Sportstown USA, and one of our sponsors, the Frisco Fighters, is all about it. So, like I said, welcome to the show. The business topic of the month, we do dive deep into these topics each month. It's a rotating topic. Today's topic and February's topic is utilizing social media to build your personal brand awareness and engagement within the community. So we're going to get into that topic with our guests and our co-hosts. Also today, I want to mention we do have a special giveaway today. If you are watching, stay tuned in. Drop the information. You can see it scrolling on the bottom right now. It's your opportunity to win a trip. So we are doing a drawing at 3 p.m. today, sharp. You just need to drop the comment, "We love Debbie," and hashtag Team Watson Redeemers in the Facebook or YouTube comment section. If you do that, when you do that, you will be entered into a random drawing. Landon, our fearless leader behind the scenes here, has a pretty cool program to pull all the comments and then randomly select of all those people who commented one winner. And he can give a little bit more details, but it's win a trip. I believe it's for two. There it is. There it is right there. 2 round trip airfare with 2 nights hotel accommodation. So that can be yours. All you need to do is drop in "We love Debbie" and hashtag Team Watson Redeemers in the comment section if you're on Facebook or YouTube. And I do want to, there we go. So we already have one. Gretchen, thanks for entering. You are the leader in the clubhouse to get that trip.
She needs to redo it. It's Redeemers. We need an S on that far.
Thank you for pointing that out. It has to be exactly the text that's scrolling at the bottom. So "We love Debbie" and hashtag Team Watson Redeemers, plural. So yeah, go ahead and re-enter that. You're not stuffing the ballot box. You want to get the right ballot in the box. I do want to give a shout out to Debbie. So the reason that we're doing this and giving all the hashtags to Debbie here, she is clearly the most popular co-host that we have, because we had a competition amongst all our co-hosts, and whoever got the most votes on social media is eligible to have this prize, right? So that's what earned Debbie the honor of this for this month. And there is our recognized winner right there. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, like I said, when it comes to competition, I'm going to compete. So I appreciate all that voted for me. So now hopefully one of you win. Let's go.
So yeah, they gave to you. Now it's time to give back to them. So
Exactly.
if you're watching, drop in those hashtag.
There you go.
There we go. Gretchen got it right. Gretchen got it right. So drop in "We love Debbie!" ! And hashtag Watson Redeemers in the comment section, and you will be eligible for the random drawing at 3 p.m. today. So, well, Debbie, since I've got you on the screen, why don't you introduce yourself? Congratulations on being our most popular co-host. Certainly our most competitive and aggressive when it came to marketing.
That's true.
Why don't you give a brief intro of yourself and what you do, and then we'll bring everybody else in.
Great. My name is Debbie Watson. Team Watson Redeemers. What we do is redeem people from the financial literacy, from the illiteracy that they deal with. So fostering literacy, helping them get from point A to point B with their finances. So I'm excited for our show today. I have a special great guest, and I'm super excited to bring them on.
Awesome. Well, Lennon, let's go ahead and do that. Let's bring everybody in and say hello. Hi, gentlemen. How are we doing?
Good. How are you?
Well,
Fantastic. Well, hey, thanks for joining us today. Look forward to getting to know you guys and having the audience, more importantly, get to know you guys, not only on a business level, but, a personal level. That's what we do here. We put the spotlight on you guys, let you guys share your story so people know who you are, not just what you do. And we have a great synergy today, right? We'll get into that a little bit later, but Ethan and Debbie, hey, great job on bringing together synergy partners on live. What better way to network, right? It's kind of like we're doing a one-on-one face-to-face with all of us on screen and then with our audience. So great planning. I love it. And with that, I'm going to turn it over to Debbie and Ethan. First, Ethan will let the lady go first.
Absolutely.
Debbie, introduce your guest, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, so Dr. Garrett is my guest today. He is a chiropractor here in Frisco. And Dr. Garrett is amazing. He just takes things and looks at things so different. It's not just about cracking your back. It's about everything. It's about your whole business. Him and his wife are together. So they're both doctors. So that's an awesome family business. So I'm just excited to have him on and get to know more about him and his business.
Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Garrett. Go ahead and just tell the audience a little bit more about yourself, kind of at a high level, and then we'll dive into your story a little bit later.
Absolutely. I want to say thank you, Debbie, for inviting me on, for starters. This is wonderful. I'm glad to be here. And she hit it right on the head. My wife and I, it's a family-run business. She's a chiropractor as well, and we just look at health a little bit different, and it's not your typical thought process of when you see a chiropractor. You're not in and out within 5 minutes. We sit down and we figure out what is actually the cause of going on. So just happy to be here.
Awesome. Love it. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Doctor. And like I said, look forward to learning a little bit more about the intricacies of running a family business. Hopefully you never have a sore back in your home, but we'll love to hear that story. With that, Ethan, I'll turn it over to you. Why don't you introduce your guest today?
Yeah, absolutely. So my guest today isn't your typical physical therapist. He has a little bit of a twist on it, which is really nice. He's actually a concierge physical therapist. So he actually travels to your home and works with you, whether you're at your home or your work. So Jarrod, take it away, man.
Yeah, so I've been practicing physical therapy 5 years. I started ElevatePT literally to elevate the profession of physical therapy. I'm sure Dr. Garrett can relate. People have these preconceived notions about what therapy is, and what I do and what my company is on the verge of doing is redefining that so people can experience what it's like to have an actual one-on-one provider. Just take care of them and ask them tons of questions and dive into their situation within the comfort of their home or work and really provide them that service that just goes to the next level. So that's pretty much the overview, I would say, of ElevatePT and who I am as a profession.
That's awesome. Well, I love, the whole concept of elevating and changing, innovating on a business that's been, a practice that's been in place for a long time. So that's awesome. Love to hear that. All right. Well, hey, thanks for the introduction. What we're going to do right now is take a quick commercial break. On the backside of that, we're going to do our segment called What's Up Frisco, where we get into some upcoming events, fundraisers, and things going on in the city of Frisco. So with that, take it away, and we'll be back in a second.
The Community Difference Frisco is made possible by Brian Poduska, owner of Real Property Management Focus. Paul Fisher, loan officer with Certainty Home Lending. Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers. Kendra Kennedy with Stewart Title. Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency. Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage. Chance Post with Total Care ER and Total Care Networking. Matt England, Director of Corporate Partnerships, and Andre Coles, Head Coach of the Frisco Fighters Arena Football Team. The Community Difference Frisco. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Because it's time for
What's Up Frisco?
There it is. There's our sounder for the What's Up Frisco segment. Looking forward to it today. I'm going to lead it off just because exactly what Joel Penner just put in the comments. We love Debbie. # Team Watson Redeemers. You did it perfectly, Joel. You are officially entered into the drawing for to win a trip for 2, airfare and hotel included, at 3 p.m. So that drawing is at 3 p.m. Want to make sure people see this scrolling at the bottom. If you want to be entered into that, enter that We Love Debbie ! And # Watson Redeemers, plural, into the comment section, Facebook or YouTube. That puts you in the drawing. We'll do it at 3 p.m. So that's what's up immediately in Frisco. Now let's get into what's going on in Frisco in the upcoming weeks. So I'll again turn it over to ladies first. Debbie, what you got?
Yeah, so I thought this was interesting. It's Frisco College Baseball Classic. It's going to be March 1st through the 3rd. It's going to be at the Rough Riders. So, come check that out. I thought that would be really cool for those enthusiastic people coming from college. Who knows that they could be a Texas Ranger someday or a Rough Rider. So I thought that was really cool. And then I did want to give a just quick shout out to a new business that is 5-star rating. Brian and I know someone that does the show, but I'm excited to go check out the Game Show Experience. That's new in Frisco and it's getting rave reviews. It has 5 stars out of 362. So I thought give them a shout out because they're growing and new business. So
the Game Show Experience is a really, really great event. I've already been there. It's really, really fun with a bunch of different events and tiny mini games going on. It's a 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend that one. It's a great local place to be at.
Yeah, and it's in downtown Frisco. We love to give love to downtown Frisco and the Business Merchant Association down there. When you go down there, have that great time at the Game Show Experience, and then hit one of the restaurants, bars down there. Dee Dee's downtown.
Rockin' Tacos is right across the street.
Rockin' Tacos. I had lunch there yesterday. Saw our friend of the show, Corley. Go on down there. Randy Steakhouse. A lot of stuff to do down there. So
if I can chime in, I think I saw a brewery open down there. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I was driving by there a week ago, and there was just this tiny, just small brewery open. So that'd be worth looking into if anybody's going down there. It's right by the Game Show Experience. So,
no, great call out, Jarrod. That's correct. That is, I believe, the first ever brewery in Frisco. Now there's a few other larger scale ones due to open up, down the road, 3 to 5 years time frame. But in the meantime, go enjoy that. It's craft beers. I don't believe they're allowed to brew it all on site, but I hear it opened recently, and absolutely check it out. And we'll give a shout out to Jason Kennedy, one of the announcers at the Game Show Experience. He's one of the guys who keeps it entertaining over there. So great call out, Debbie. Love it. Anything else to call out, Debbie, or do we move to Ethan?
Yep, I'm good. That's what I had.
Cool. What you got, Ethan?
So overall, I also had the Frisco College Baseball Classic. MLB is right around the corner on March 20th. This is March 1st through the 3rd. So that way it kind of gets you going into the MLB, but it's at the Rough Riders Stadium. The teams going into the College Baseball Classic would be Alabama, Arizona, Indiana, and then our very own Dallas Baptist University. So really good games. It's just a round robin, and you can purchase those tickets at friscoclassic.com/tickets.
Awesome. Love it. And there is also, since we're on the topic of baseball, it's not Frisco. I'll shout out to Arlington here. At Globe Life Field, there is the college baseball series opening kickoff going on. I don't have a list of the teams. I know Oklahoma State's in it just because my son goes there. So I'm aware of them, and I think there's some other big name schools, baseball schools that are participating in that as well.
Arkansas
So if you want,
Woo Pig.
Arkansas is?
Woo Pig. There we go.
There you go. There you go. So we have some Woo Pig love on this show. Always have, always will, as long as Lennon's behind the helm here. So yes, like I said, good baseball schools, right? Those are two good ones right there. There you go. Go Pokes. There we go, Joel. Amen, brother. My money goes there. I'm rooting for him. But yeah, so if you want to wet your whistle with baseball, that's at Globe Life Field this coming weekend. So I think it might even kick off tonight. I got to take a look a little bit more in detail.
7 p.m.
Yep.
There you go. All right, cool. Jarrod and Dr. Garrett, do you guys have anything that you want to mention?
I got two things. I don't know if you want to go first, Dr. Garrett, or I'll just go ahead and take over for real quick. So I have two young kids. So I have not been to the PGA yet, but they got a family movie night tomorrow night, 7 to 9. My kids are a little young to thoroughly watch the movie, but it may be something we go to. And then on Tuesday, I want to give a shout out to my friend Brandon Trainer with Roofing on Top. Part of their outreach for their company is they serve, I believe it's at Children's Advocacy Center of Collin County. And so they're going to have a 3-hour segment where they just serve. He invited me to go to it. He's really, connecting with people. So I just thought that was a good way to serve and to get that out there. So those are my two things.
Love it. Love it. Thank you.
Well, Jarrod, you took what I was going to say. I guess I'll be seeing you tomorrow night at PGA to see that surprise movie.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Yeah.
Well, have you guys been to the PGA complex up there at all?
I have not yet myself.
I haven't yet. Yeah.
I was able to one time last summer with one of my clients. He was in the KitchenAid segment, Ernest B Barbecue. So I was able to go there and shoot some video. It's really, really nice. I had a great time.
Yeah, it's a hell of a facility. I volunteered at the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship that happened there last about a year ago, just about 9-10 months ago, something like that. That was my first time there, and it is awesome. Facilities are great. And then my daughter took some lessons over there, so I went over there and just practiced, putted around, chipped around, and go to if you like. Even if you don't like golf, it's a cool place to hang out. But if you like golf or even think about, getting into it, go up there. It's really awesome. So check it out.
Well, and that reminded me, it is National Margarita Day. So I know that there's events even at the PGA. So, you can find them all over Frisco today for National Margarita Day.
Okay, Debbie, I think you saved the best for last there. National Margarita Day.
National Margarita Day.
Go out there and trip over someplace that has free margaritas tonight, because I guarantee they're out there.
There you go.
Awesome. Good call. Well, going once. Anybody else? Going twice?
We're good.
Sold. All right. Well, that'll wrap up our What's Up Frisco segment. Good additions. Love it. Always lots going on around the community. So get out there. The weather is, as we know, has been fantastic this week so far. It's supposed to be awesome this weekend as well. So get out there. That movie night should be pretty killer if the weather stays how it has been this week. So awesome stuff. Delisa, thanks for chiming in. Yep, it sounds like she knew ahead of time that it was already, she may already have a margarita or two going after her show earlier today. Delisa is the host of the Rockwall show. So thanks for chiming in, Delisa. Good to see you. All right. I do have to mention this again. Scrolling at the bottom of the screen. If you want to get involved in the drawing for a free trip for 2, airfare and hotel included, drop "We Love Debbie!" ! And hashtag Team Watson Redeemers in your comment section in Facebook or YouTube. That'll get you entered into our drawing at 3 p.m. for that free trip. So I'm going to say that about 10 more times during the show. So, when I do, don't get too pissed at me. With that, we're going to shift gears a little bit, and we're going to go into the part of the show where we want to learn about our guests, right? That's part of the reason we have this show is so we get to know more about our featured guests. So let's see. We'll go with Dr. Garrett since you're the ladies' guest. I'd like to start with you. Sir, how? Tell us your why. Like, why did you guys? Now you're a unique setup here with you and your wife doing the same thing. So tell us your guys' why and how you ended up, together. I'm always curious to hear the why behind somebody's business, but this one's even more unique. So I'll let you tell the story.
Well, so that's a pretty long story. So I'll do like a shortened version of that.
Yeah, we'll take the Cliff Notes.
So my wife and I, we actually met in chiropractic college in school, and why I have to give you the condensed version is she will say that I stalked her, and kind of true, kind of not. I stopped her in the gym when I was supposed to go out with some of her friends the night before, and I knew that she was going and I wanted to meet her, and so I kind of stopped. Short end of the story. But
well, clearly it worked. You're stalking.
Absolutely. But how I got into chiropractic and how we came to this point, settling in Frisco. My wife and I, we knew that after working as associates for a couple chiropractors, that we wanted to start our own practice. We wanted to help people. And we knew that the models that we were in, which were more high volume, get people in and out, that's the insurance type of model, that's not really what we wanted to do, because we didn't feel like we got to get to know the patient, get to know how they're feeling, how they're experiencing things, and actually getting to the holistic aspect of it, where it's not just about pain, it's not just about dysfunction in a certain area, it's about what's going on with their family life, what's going on with their social life. All that plays a role into their healing process. And so we wanted to design a clinic where we can encompass all that. And she wanted to be close to family. Her family lives over in Rockwall. We want to be close, but not too close. And that's how we ended up where we're at.
That's what Landon says about Frisco. He's over there on that side of the Metroplex too. So he tries to. He comes to Frisco as often as he can, but he likes to be at a distance. No, that's awesome. Right. So yeah, I know, Landon. You're gonna defend yourself. That's all right. So I gotta ask. You're in business with your wife. I assume you're in the same office, right?
Yes, we are.
How do you? How easy or difficult is it to coexist and not bring the business and personal life together?
So that's like the number one question that most people ask us, and it's actually not too difficult. We really have, so one of the things that I think really makes a big difference is we have God in the middle, and so we both know, like, hey, as long as He's here, like what we're working towards, we're a team here, and so that makes a big difference. But I'll be honest, the first couple weeks, yeah, she was like, I didn't know how annoying you could be while we're at work. And so it took a little bit getting used to, but she got used to it. And it's actually wonderful. I get to spend all day with my best friend. So
I love that. And I love the philosophy you have God in the middle, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And that's a wonderful perspective. And quite honestly, that may be the only way to make it work. So I love that though. That's great that and there's what is it? That's the Wiley show. There's a couple business owners on that show who have husband and wife working relationships as well. Mm-hmm. And they approach it very similarly. They're not at each other's necks all the time, and they have a nice coexistence. At least they say it on the air, so I believe them. But no, that's great. And Gretchen chimes in, huge fan of Dr. G. Awesome. So you're getting some online love. Love it. All right. Well, that's awesome, Doctor. It's great to hear that. And I love the approach too. You're getting out of that volume-based business and getting to know your clients. So love that. That's fantastic. All right. Let's give Jarrod a little bit of love here. Tell us about your journey, Jarrod. Where are you from? How'd you get to be PT? Have you worked on Ethan before? Because he's needed a lot of PT in his life.
He's incurable. He can't fix
it. He's a broken hockey player. But
so Woo Pig, I'm from Arkansas, so that's why we were talking about that earlier. And
love it.
Been practicing therapy 5 years, went to school at Central Arkansas, and then I transitioned down to Austin and did a specialization in orthopedics. And then much like Dr. G, I was in this clinic and you're just seeing so many people. and I became burned out. And I became burned out not because I didn't love my job. It's because I love my job so much that I wanted to give everything I had to every patient. But it turns out you can't do that when you're seeing 15, 16, up to 20 people a day, every single day. And so for me, something had to change. And even if somebody sees my emblem or my card, there's a jar. And that jar represents a story where this woman has nothing. She feels so just despondent and desperate. She's goes to this man, and he is a man of God. And she's like, I'm pretty much going to pass away. I can't handle this. And he's like, well, what do you have? And she's like, I have a jar. And he's like, take that. And so for me, being at this low point, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I want to walk away from therapy, but I don't have anything. And it's like, yeah, you do. You have a love for therapy. You're just not in the right setting. So after being burned out for a while, I kind of rekindled that love, take what I had, which was my therapy skills, and then started applying it in a different model. And now that model is ElevatePT, where I get to meet people in their homes, at work, text them, call them. And just like Dr. G was saying, I get to sit there with them for an hour or longer if needed, because I'm my own boss, and really dive into what's going on. Because if you're going to treat somebody from a holistic perspective, you can't do it in 15 minutes. I mean, I was sitting with a woman the other day. I probably asked her 100 questions, and I'm not exaggerating, but it was a complicated story. And you just can't do that in some of these settings. And so that's what really drove me to change. That's my why, is because I'm passionate about my job, but I'm also passionate about the people I help. I mean, that's the focal point. And so that's what led me to creating ElevatePT. And that's how I ended up where I'm at today. And kind of like Dr. G, my wife is a PT. We met at school. It was like, oh man, are we gonna date? If we see each other and it doesn't work out, we got to see each other in class. But God willing, it worked out. And now we have 2 small children, a 2.5-year-old and a 1-year-old. And it's a huge blessing. And going on this journey, I can't look at my children and say, hey, follow your dreams and take risk if I don't do it myself. So that's my why.
Well, that's awesome. So we got 2 guests that are knee deep in business with their wives. So that's might be a first. Okay, well, so I got to ask the same question then. How do you make it work?
Yeah, let me clarify that, because my wife is a PT, but she is not in business with me.
Oh, okay, all right.
She does her own thing, because I don't think we could probably live up to Dr. G and his wife. I don't think we could probably co-labor together in that aspect. We're great parents and husband and wife, but as far as co-laboring in PT, that might be challenging.
it might come down the road.
I don't know, man. I think I'll leave that to you.
So you can take notes during the show here, and then save them for if and when that scenario.
Exactly.
All right. Well, hey, I got to ask you guys, since we are the Frisco Community Difference, you guys are obviously making the difference in how you care for your patients and changing the game a little bit as far as how you go about your business. And I love that. Specific to Frisco, why Frisco, or why this area in general?
Dr. G, I'll let you take it.
So my wife and I, when we were looking, we knew that we were going to want to start a family fairly soon once we settled down somewhere with our clinic. And Frisco is a fantastic place to have kids and raise a family, very family orientated. And again, like I said before, her parents are over in Rockwall, so they're close. They can drop by, they can see their grandkid, and then also head back. And so we just thought this was just such a wonderful area to be in. And she missed Dallas ever since we moved away, so we had to come back.
Good reasons.
Yeah. I think kind of inferring from Dr. G's situation, it sounds like he's got a young family, and so do I. And so we moved up here for a multitude of reasons. I mean, we needed to be closer to family. So I have a brother that lives here, and then Arkansas is a little bit closer. So we have that support, and also the opportunities of Frisco for the kids, for our own careers. You can't really be a concierge PT in rural Texas. You're going to be driving 150, 200 miles. It doesn't work out. So you have to find the right really field to kind of like sow, so you can have something to reap when it comes to, business and opportunities and experiences for your kids. And I mean, what better place than Frisco?
Yeah, amen. And like I mentioned in the get go when we kicked off the show, Sports City USA. There's no shortage of athletes to need therapy.
Exactly.
From that perspective. So yeah, I gosh, I guess let me ask you this: what percentage of your patients are sports related athletes?
So for me, my target right now is not sports related. I was an athlete growing up. I still enjoy that stuff. If I have a client that wants to take their performance from here, maybe to a little bit higher, I can help them with that. But really my target is like an active professional, somebody maybe in their late 20s, all the way up to even their 40s and 50s, somebody that just wants to excel at life and has limited time, so I can meet them where they need to be met at and really help them within a few short visits. So mine's going to be more active adults.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. What about you, Dr. Garrett? Do you have a specific target?
I think we got a break. Sorry, hold that thought. Sorry, don't mean to interrupt, but I think we need to break. And before we break, just remember, if you want to get in the drawing, which is happening right after the break, put in "We love Debbie Watson." We love Debbie! Exclamation point and hashtag Team Watson Redeemers with an S.
Final call for votes right now. Final call. Get your name in the drawing. All right. With that, let's take the break and we'll do the drawing in the back end.
And now a word from a few of our amazing sponsors that make the Difference Radio, live stream, and podcast network possible.
JP Direct Health offers affordable health insurance solutions for individuals, families, and small businesses specializing in custom coverages to fit your needs and budget. JP Direct Health offers comprehensive benefits, including PPO health plans, accident and critical illness coverage, dental and vision, health matching accounts, along with telehealth at no cost per call. Call JP Direct Health today to learn more about how we can help you protect your health and your budget.
Do you want your home or office to sparkle? Then call Elite Diamond Cleaning today. From basic cleaning to deep cleaning, and using only the highest quality cleaning products and equipment, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Our team of experienced cleaners will work quickly and efficiently to clean every nook and cranny, taking care of all the details so you don't have to. With a variety of pricing options to fit any budget, you can be sure that you are getting the best possible price. Call Elite Diamond Cleaning today at 214-300-9876 to schedule a free estimate. Your home and office is a diamond. Let us get it out of the dust.
Frisco Fighters prepare to reach new heights at Comerica Center this spring. From competitive matchups to exciting theme nights, you won't want to miss a second of the action. Join us and experience high-scoring, hard-hitting indoor football that's fun for the whole family to enjoy. Visit FriscoFighters.com for game highlights, tickets, or to reserve your spot at the Tarmac Tailgate Party. Frisco Fighters, fly with us.
Are you looking to buy a home? The process can be daunting, but it doesn't have to be. With the help of a qualified loan officer like Paul Fisher, you can get the financing you need and get into your dream home. Paul Fisher, a direct local lender with Certainty Home Lending, has many years of experience helping people buy homes. He's knowledgeable, experienced, and he'll work with you to find the best loan for your needs. Contact Paul Fisher today to get started on your home buying journey. He'll help you every step of the way, so you can relax and focus on finding your dream home. Visit www.loansbyfisher.com or call 817-308-7361 to schedule a consultation with Paul. MLS number 2018111. Are you a business owner looking to grow your company? Get fast, easy financing up to $5 million with no minimum FICO score required. Apply in 60 seconds and get funded in 24 hours. Call Jim Thomas at 214-629-7223 to talk to a financing professional today. Your business's future is waiting. So don't delay. Call now and tell him that you saw him on The Difference.
And now back to the show.
All right, welcome back, and thanks to all our sponsors. You saw the Frisco Fighters in there. They kick off their season on Friday Night Lights on March 22nd at the Comerica Center. So that's at 7:30 p.m. Check that out. Tickets are quite affordable. Great. You guys, Dr. Garrett and Jarrod, you guys have younger kids. Another great place to take them for a little bit of family entertainment as well. So with that, man, as I say on the show, time
real
flies.
quick, Brian, we've got some more people, new people watching. If they haven't heard, tell them what they got to do to get in the drawing. And
all right,
we'll
cool.
go.
Yeah, as I was saying, time flies on the show. So 3 o'clock snuck up on me. So if you have just tuned in and you are interested in getting into the drawing for a trip for 2, airfare and hotel included, drop the following comments. There it is. # Team Watson Redeemers. Drop that in your comments section on YouTube or Facebook. Also drop in "We love Debbie!" ! Because we all love Debbie. But most importantly, drop in the comment # Team Watson Redeemers. I'm going to babble on for about 20 more seconds to give you the opportunity to do that before we go for a live drawing. For those of you who don't know, this is a live stream and radio show podcast. So, if you are catching this on a repeat, because we do go in syndication an hour after we're live, but we do go on at the same time every week, 2:30 p.m. on Thursdays. We don't have a giveaway every week, but this week we do. So, Lennon, are you ready to do the drawing? Do we have enough? We've got 5 entries. So,
yep.
I mean, I'd throw my name in the hat if I was eligible.
I can text my wife and tell her to log on.
Giddy up. I mean, 1 out of 5 shot, or even if we get a couple last-minute entries here, those are pretty darn good odds. So, yeah, if there's a way, if there's a will, there's a way. You're going to run out of time here shortly, because I think all Lennon has to do is hit the draw button.
All I got to do is hit the draw button. So here's what I want to do. Let's give me a countdown from 10, and when y'all hit 0, we'll hit the go button.
All right. Well, I'm going to let Debbie do the last 5. So I'll let Ethan go 10 to 5 or 10 to 6, and Debbie, you take it from 5 to the button push, since you are the winner of our popularity contest. So I'll let you guys take it. Ethan, go ahead and start that countdown.
Absolutely. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ding, 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 ding.
Man, the suspense.
Yay!
All right. That was me sending the information. So we're going to draw again because we can't win. So here we go. Let's draw again.
Well, this might be okay. No, we got another. Okay, I was going to say that might be a good time to tell us about the charity aspect of this.
Joel.
All right, Joel.
Oh,
Nice.
He's newly married, so he can take his wife on a
Nice.
trip.
Look at
And
that.
he's a Cowboys fan, so
Yes.
not Dallas Cowboys, but the
Yeah.
Oklahoma State.
Oh.
No,
Well, he may be a Dallas Cowboys fan too. I don't want to comment on that, but I know he's a Pokes fan.
I'll give shout out to Joel. He is in the health insurance business. He's a great guy. So he's in our networking group that Dr. G and I are in. Because of that, Lyndon has a gift that we're going to be donating to a charity that they can raffle off and use to raise money for their charity. And one of the charities that I'm going to actually donate this to, it's a 4-night cruise, will be Carson's Crusade. Carson's Crusade is an organization that helps families that are dealing with children who have cancer. So very rewarding. They do have an event coming up that hopefully we'll be giving this so that they can raffle this off. Is a pickleball tournament event that will be on April 27th from 8 to 4. You can enter to play pickleball and win. You can also be a sponsor. They're still looking for sponsors. So if you need any information on that, we'll be happy to share that. But Carson's Crusade on the 27th, and we'll be donating that to them.
Awesome. Yeah, they put on some good events. I participated in a golf outing that they had a couple of years ago, Carson Crusaders up in, I think it was it was like McKinney, but it was a little further out than that. It was closer to I forget the country club, but it was a great time. They were really well attended, raised a lot of funds. So awesome organization, very cool gesture, Lendon with a difference. Thank you for doing that, and Debbie, great choice on charities to send that to. So thank you.
Awesome, excited for them.
Good deal. Well, that was fun, guys. Man, 1 out of 5 shot. That's pretty good odds. I'm gonna have to create an alias, and next time we do this, and, see if I can, sneak my way into it. But, well, let's pick up where we left off. Jarrod, I think I had asked you the same question that I asked Dr. Garrett about. It was working with your wife, but then you said that you guys don't directly work together. I forget exactly where we left off. I think we were going to hit a point on that.
I'm not sure where. I don't know if we were passing it to Dr. G, but I will say this: the Frisco Fighters ad looked good, and I think it's Coach Andre was on here a few weeks ago, right?
That's right.
If they're looking for a PT to come in, I can be your guy. So there's my plug. So if they need something, I'd be happy to help serve that need for sure. But to wrap it up, I think we were just talking about why we do what we do, and I believe Dr. G was saying something, but I'm not sure.
I believe if Dr. G works on athletes or not.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was asking who your target clientele are. That's right. Thank you, Ethan. It takes the young one of the group whose mind is still like 100%.
He's got a fresh brain.
What we're talking about. Yeah.
Thanks, just a bad back.
Right.
Yeah. So to answer that question, I get a few athletes, but it's not primarily who gravitates to us. I think that comes back from like my soccer years, and we get some of the FC Dallas youth players, which is fun. I love serving them because I played soccer, so I can relate really well. But typically what we gravitate in the patient base that we typically will see is more of a chronic pain or chronic neurological symptoms type of patient.
Gotcha. Cool. Well, like I said, great job on Ethan and Debbie planning this kind of synergistic, you guys both help roughly the same crowd in some way, shape, or form, and have synergistic businesses. So I'm glad you guys get to be on the show and meet this way together. So with that, we'll shift gears. Like I said, part of our agenda is making sure that we dive into the business topic of the month, and the business topic of February. And we've kicked this around in previous shows in the month of February. So I'm interested to get your guys' take on this, especially being in more the medical service type, business. And the topic again is utilizing social media to build your personal brand and then also engagement with the community. So I guess I'd throw it out there and just start the conversation with what specifically do you guys do from a social media standpoint, both from a personal branding perspective and then also how it relates to your business and how it engages the community. So, Jarrod, I'm going to go to you first on that. If you could share with us what you personally do.
Yeah, Brian, I'm going to introduce you to this guy. You may not know him, but his name is Ethan Donovan.
Funny how that works. All right.
He's a young guy. No, but really I've been working with Ethan for a little bit now, and he really helps organize and get the social media going. And I would say for a long time, I thought I could do it, but you just don't have enough time on your plate, and it doesn't do it justice to sprinkle here and there. You really have to be consistent, and you have to have somebody holding you accountable. So I started working with Ethan, and not only does he help me organize videos and kind of get a different perspective on content, because everybody's brain's a little bit different. I'm going to be thinking differently than maybe Ethan or Debbie or somebody like that. So he gives me input of like, hey, I think this is what we should do. This is what's working well. So let's try and create a post about that. And then so he helps me create that. And then we launch it on a few social media platforms. And we're really just starting to build this. Like I said, I tried to do it on my own, but I just didn't have enough time. So our goal right now is just creating awareness that, hey, I exist, ElevatePT exists. We're here to serve the Frisco community in a way that maybe they haven't been served or that they're not aware of. And so it starts with that consistency and me and Ethan collaborating on like, hey, this is where we want the next 6 months to go. And this is what we're looking for. So shout out to him. If anybody has that need, he's been great to work with. So that's my 2 cents on that right now, Brian.
Well, I mean, I honestly didn't plan that, but it couldn't have been a better segue, I guess, to what Ethan does, right? And Jarrod, what you said is exactly right. And for most business owners, especially as we ramp up our businesses, we don't have time for it. And even if you're really good at it, which I suck at it, I'm not good at it. But even if I was really good at it, what's up, Mr. Fisher? Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. Paul there.
There we go. We're getting the shout outs from Mr. Fisher. Paul is one of our co-hosts, also an ambassador at the Frisco Chamber. So love that. But yeah, so even if you're good at it, if you're ramping up your business, you don't have time to do it. And I think you said it, Jarrod, that every 6 months you guys review it because things change. So Ethan, I want to throw it over to you. It sounds like you have a good strategic discussion up front as to how you want to manage social media, but tell us your process. Tell us how that all works. I'm curious, and I know our audience would be too.
Absolutely. So going into any client, everybody's different. Their needs are different. What social medias they post on is different. But overall, coming in with Jarrod and ElevatePT, I'm thinking, okay, this is a unique situation. He takes PT to a different level. Like he said, he elevates it. It's coming to you. So how can we understand to get the target audience to understand, hey, this is coming to you? So overall, to increase awareness to start off with, everything we're doing is organic. We don't do any paid ads. But overall, the best way to reach organically right now is videos. At the end of the day, most social media platforms prefer videos because videos keep that viewer on that social media longer. So therefore, they'd rather push out videos to keep those people on the social media platforms for longer than a static graphic where it's not 2012. You see that and you're reading it. Well, not anymore. Our attention spans over the years have actually gone down by a large amount. So overall, to attract the eye, you have to understand that, listen, video is going to do better. And then another thing that I wanted to talk about as well, like you guys said, was we don't have the time to post. That's with every business owner because they have 20 million different things to do. So I actually wanted to bring up this website called Metricool, METRI, and then cool.com. They give away one free brand, which basically all your social media, they give a website pixel, your Google business, every social media known to man, including like Pinterest, LinkedIn, all that good stuff, to where you can post all your posts at once. And there's a free version that you get up to 50 posts per month, which is more than enough of what you need. So I understand if content takes too long to produce, but if you can't post on every social media platform, you're not utilizing your tools properly. And when there's a problem, you got to be the type of person that's willing to find the solution no matter what. So for me, Metricool was amazing. And I use all my clients' work on it, all their brands. I pay for the paid version. And so I can post literally everywhere at once for all my clients. So metricool.com is the name of it. And it's been very, very helpful to get all my brands scheduled, posted, and all the caption and copyright done efficiently, effectively, and quickly.
Yeah. If I could chime in, like what I've noticed working with Ethan is if you're a small business owner and you're thinking about social media, it's always like back here in the back of your head, like I need to do this, I need to do that. Once I started working with him, like that kind of left, and I was like, oh, I got a peace of mind that I really didn't know was disturbed before hiring Ethan. And it's funny, like 2 weekends before, me and my wife tried to do it on our own. We took like 6 hours. We got like a babysitter and we're doing all this footage, and then I couldn't even edit it. It was very just frustrating. And then that's what led me eventually being like, I got to have somebody else helping with this. And then I never realized how just stressful it was, even when I wasn't doing it. So thanks, Ethan.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Good call out. And Ethan, be careful. Don't give away all your trade secrets.
No, absolutely. But like I said, like that website overall, it's just a game saver. And sooner than later, they say it's a secret, but let's be honest, sooner than later, they're going to be like, I'm done scheduling these posts. Like, this is still too much work. And then I still come in the picture anyways. Yeah. So,
I was going to say, just because you know what to do doesn't mean you're going to take the time to do it. So
Exactly.
And that actually, it sometimes builds more value when you realize just how committed you have to be to it. And then all of a sudden it becomes way more worth you paying somebody else to do it.
So true.
Absolutely.
So true.
No doubt about it. Well, hey, Dr. G, we're going to take a quick break here, but I want to come back to you and understand what you guys do for social media. See if there's any, husband-wife camaraderie stuff because you guys can make some good reels and TikTok stuff to get real creative. So with that, we're going to take a quick break and we'll come back and hear from Dr. G.
The Community Difference is a new series of shows powered by the Difference Radio live stream and podcast network. This series of shows was designed to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. And we wanted to create a platform that brings awareness to and reminds folks of the goodness that lives within so many of us. By working with the local community leaders, business owners, first responders, veterans, schools, and citizens who want to unite with a clear and selfless purpose, the Community Difference seeks to spotlight the people, events, and activities that are producing positive outcomes, inspirational stories, and incredible experiences. In a world that is consumed with negative press, media manipulation, and propaganda, the Difference, along with many others who believe and support the Difference, understands there is no better way to make the difference than to highlight the unsung heroes that call our towns and communities home. We are currently searching for local communities to be the focus of our shows, but before we can launch a show in your community, we need your help. We need you along with local business leaders, chambers of commerces, major nonprofits, online community group leaders, networking groups, etc., to join us in making the difference and helping your community be seen, be heard, and be remembered. So, if you would like to know how you, your business, school, social media community, church, or your favorite nonprofit organization can be a part of this unique and powerful program, reach out to us today and introduce yourself and let us know how you would like to contribute and bring awareness to the amazing people, places, and events that are making the difference in the community you love. You can call us at 972-866-4596 or email us at info@thedifferenceradio.com.
And now, back to the show.
All right, welcome back, and great spot there. Guys, if you're interested in doing this in your community or participating specifically here in Frisco, we do have a few co-host seats available. Would love to have a chat with anybody who's interested in getting involved with the Frisco show in particular, but there's also a Plano show. There is a Wiley show. There's a Rockwall show. There's a Denton show. McKinney, I know we're working on. We have a discussion next week about potentially launching one in Little Elm specifically. So all kinds of opportunity there. Please reach out to myself, any of the co-hosts on the show, Len and Wilson in the background, who you've heard from. We'd be happy to have a chat with you about, the benefits of doing something like this because there are so many. I won't bore you with all the details here. We'll do that in a separate conversation, but would love to chat with you if you're at all interested. With that being said, Dr. G, we're talking the topic of the month, and that is social media, how you use it to, build your personal brand within the community and really engage within the community. So would love to hear your thoughts on that, what you guys do, if you do anything you need. I was joking about the reels, but I guess you could do all kinds of cool, fun stuff as a husband and wife combination, right? So tell me what you guys do.
Yeah, so we've done a couple of those, and they work really well. But when it comes to like trying to leverage your social media, the very first spot that I think that we need to look at is who are we trying to talk to, and really narrowing down who the focus is that we're trying to talk to, because if you're trying to make it general and talk to everybody, you're talking to nobody, because most of the people will follow who they want to follow and see the stuff that they want to see. So that's where we typically will start on like, hey, who are we trying to create this for and who are we trying to reach? And then from there, like Ethan was saying, videos do fantastic. That is what everybody wants to see. And a lot of people, I believe, get into their head when they talk about videos because they're like, I had to do 50 million takes and stuff like that. Just be real. Like, people are going to follow you that like you. And if you show your authentic self, that's what they're going to go for. And by the time, if you truly leverage your social media properly, by the time they come into their office, they're already like, hey, how are you doing? I know you. This is great to see you and all this kind of stuff. And you have never met this person, but you're like, it's very nice to meet you. I am so happy that you're here. And so that's really what we try to do to leverage our social media on that aspect.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I mean, you hit on a great point there. That's part of what we're trying to do with the show, right? Is tell people who we are without, telling them who we are, other than, hey, if you want to tune in and learn more about us, that's how they get to know us. So whether it's social media, videos for sure help you convey that. As you were talking, I was thinking about some fun potential reels that you guys do. You know those ones where, you see a video and it's a realtor walking, and we're realtors. Of course we look different in our business card photo than in real life, like one of those.
Yep.
I could see you guys, husband and wife, we're chiropractors. Of course we break back. So, whatever.
It's funny that you bring it up because she's been pestering me about, hey, we need to do one of these videos. We need to do one of these videos.
There you go. So get on it, my friend, because there could be gold mine potential in there with the right lines.
Ethan, you need to bring Brian onto your creative team.
That's right. That's right.
Another thing that I wanted to add in, Jarrod and Ethan hit this on the head. It's consistency. Like just showing up. It's the hardest thing to do. When you wake up in the morning, it's the hardest thing to go to the gym, but consistency is what pays off, and that really is what makes a big difference as well.
Yeah. That is so true, because I've been upping my game on social media and I'm really seeing the effects. So it is so true. It's consistency is the key. It can sometimes be hard, but it definitely is the key. So
that is probably the hardest part. And that C word, consistency, I'm glad you said that and reiterated it, because we've said it as I mentioned, this is a recurring topic on the other shows that we had previously in the month. That came up as no pun intended, a consistent topic, right? So yeah, and that's why Ethan's here, right? He can ensure consistency, whereas a business owner, like you said, Ethan, we're running a million different directions, especially if you're a small crew to begin with. It's really hard to be consistent. So that's where employing someone like Ethan, who can automate things. That's the way to go. So no, love it.
Absolutely. Another thing is just like, they don't understand like a bunch of tools that are for marketing. A lot of business owners haven't even looked into it. So another thing to add on was like, they're going social media by social media. And that's another thing that's such a time taker. Like it takes so much of your time and you don't even realize, like it'll take 5 to 10 minutes. So you post on 5 social medias, it'll take 5 to 10 minutes. Because you got to copy and paste and then copy and paste or change the hashtags, or there's just so many things that add on to every different social media that it eventually takes up a lot of minutes out of the hour.
Well, not to mention that once you get, scrolling on whatever platform you're on, you get sucked in the black hole, and that 5 minutes becomes 50 minutes and you don't even know it.
Yeah. We love a good doom scroll.
And for professions like me and Dr. G's, I mean, your time is literally spent with people. It's not like you only have so many hours, because your work is literally spending time with people. It's not like you're behind a desk at times and you can multitask and do this and do that. You just can't. I can't be with a client like, hold on, let me make this post real quick. Like, what are you doing? Like,
that's a fantastic.
So important that even like with this show, I never met Ethan before this show, and he's talked with me. We're working together on some certain things. So even this show alone is a way to do social media. So that's the great thing is doing shows like this, getting to know our guests more, but even our co-hosts. So it really is a win-win for everyone.
Absolutely. And to top that off, like Brian said earlier as well, wanting to be a co-host on the show, there's been so many benefits to being on this show for myself and for everybody else. This is another networking event. This is a chamber. I've met so many people throughout, online, in person, the lunch and learns, just so many different ways to connect with many, many different businesses and all over the DFW Metroplex. So this was just another great way for your social media to improve.
Yeah.
Well, and we talk about content, right? And, I said I wasn't going to bore you with all the details and all the benefits of the show, so I won't do that. But I do want to kick on that just real quickly. If you're on here, I get the benefit and blessing of being on here as the host of the show on a weekly basis. So I get to meet all the awesome guests, week after week. And I just had a previous guest that we had on the show reach out and say, hey, can I grab some of that video? Because I want to cut them up and put them in reels and put it in TikTok. I'm like, absolutely. That's part of the benefit of being on the show, is that social media content is right there for you. So if you're a co-host, you have a monthly, if not more often, depending on how often you get to be on the show, you have built-in consistency right there, right? You have built-in content and it's video. So yeah, and great point. Lennon just made the point in the comments here. SEO rankings, the video alone and the consistency alone, we've done presentations on the show to various different groups, and Lennon's just randomly typed my name into Google, and right away it pops up, I'm my show, right? And there's immediate content. If somebody wants to know who Brian Poduska is, what does he do, they're going to see some of my personal stuff, because I do mix in a little bit of personal, not enough. I need to be better about that. But they're going to see, a whole page worth of different shows that I've done in the past, whether it's the Community Frisco show or the Real Talk show that I had about 1.5 years ago. We did a sports show for the better part of a football season. So yeah, this, again, I'm not trying to sell the show by any means, but there's all kinds of awesome benefits, one of which is consistency in social media as it relates to the topic that we're talking about this month. And certainly it helps your SEO organic ratings as well.
Let me jump in there real quick, Brian. I did want to say something, because Debbie mentioned it before, but she talked about, YouTube and everything like that. Most people, I don't know if they're aware of this or not, but Ethan will know this. YouTube is the second largest search engine out there. Google being number one, YouTube being number two. And so if you're going to do content, it's okay to do it on Facebook. We run a lot of our stuff through Facebook, but I encourage everybody to get some sort of YouTube channel, which is not that hard to do, especially if you hire someone like Ethan to help you. He probably can make that happen. But it's so powerful, because you build a library of your brand that is going to be there in perpetuity. And when people search you, they're going to see it, and it carries a lot of weight.
And then another thing to add on top of that is, if you make those long form YouTube videos or anything like that, put it on your website. Videos do well on websites. Put it on your website, and it'll make you stand out more. And it's more personalized than just some text with a picture of you.
Yeah, great point. Great point. Just try to take the section that, we're not all screwing up and stumbling over our words and all that.
Right.
Like I mentioned, we are a live radio show, so we do that from time to time. No, all great points. So, guys, what we're going to do, time does fly in the show. That's the other benefit. You don't realize how quickly an hour goes, and we are about an hour and 15-minute show. So we have roughly 12, 13 minutes left. We're going to take our final commercial break. We're going to come back on the backside, and we're going to do rapid fire questions. So buckle up, get ready for it, because it's coming. Hit the commercial.
The Community Difference Frisco is made possible by Brian Poduska, owner of Real Property Management Focus; Paul Fisher, loan officer with Certainty Home Lending; Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers; Kendra Kennedy with Stewart Title; Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency; Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage; Chance Post with Total Care ER and Total Care Networking; Matt England, Director of Corporate Partnerships, and Andre Coles, head coach of the Frisco Fighters Arena football team. The Community Difference Frisco. Together, we can make the difference. And now, back to the show.
Are you ready?
Rapid fire.
I love that sounder. I'm always like ducking, because rapid fire coming at us. All right, as we just heard, this is the rapid fire section, and this is when we just going around the horn. I'm going to ask you a question. No need to expound on it if you don't want to. The idea is we're going rapidly here, so you can think or say whatever you're thinking, whatever comes to your mind. They don't require a whole lot of thought, even though they may be thought-provoking questions. So that's where we get you. So this is the Community Difference Frisco show. So I'm going to start off with a Frisco-specific question, and that is your go-to number one favorite place to go to dinner in the city of Frisco. And I'm going to go around the horn on my screen here. So, Dr. G, we're going to start with you.
So we love the Mexican food place off of Main, just across from the FC Dallas Stadium. I believe its name is Chico's, and we love that place.
All right. I like it. Debbie, how about you?
Well, keeping on the theme of Mexican, I mean, ours definitely go-to is Blue Goose. We go to tons of different Mexican food restaurants, but we go to Blue Goose probably the most.
Well, it is National Margarita Day, so
that's right.
Probably hitting the right nail there. Jarrod, what you got?
With two kids that can walk, we're gonna go Hat Creek Burger. They got a playground. You can sit there, especially this time of year with the weather. You can sit outside. They got fans. It's a perfect spot to hang out for anybody with kids.
Love it. Good call. Ethan, what about you?
I got two. One's Babe's Chicken. I love Babe's Chicken. Always a classic. And then another one, it's in Plano. It's right next door. It's across 121, but it's Fogo de Chao. I love that place. It's so great.
Yep, good choice. Can't go wrong there. Endless meat coming your way. It's hard to beat that. I'm going to give a little bit of love to Tender Barbecue, Tender Smokehouse.
Yep.
A lot of good barbecue places in the area here. Hutchins is one of my favorites as well. But I just had lunch at Tender today. We were there, Debbie, on Tuesday for our networking meeting. Great food there and great people that work there. So I want to give a little bit of love to them.
Sure.
Okay, next question. We're going to move away from Frisco and go historic here or present day, either one. Living or dead, who would you love to meet in person? Number one person, living or dead. And we're going to go reverse order this time. Ethan, you're up first.
Oh, there's so many celebrities and there's so many people. I'd probably say, I don't know, Ryan Reynolds. The guy's he's
I like it.
Comedy, bro. He's awesome.
Yeah, love it. Love him. He's awesome.
Yep.
Jarrod.
General Eisenhower leading up to D-Day, 24 hours before D-Day.
Good one. Debbie.
I'm going to say something silly, but I admire her. Taylor Swift, she's all over the place, but she's all over the place. And she does have a good reputation. She really is. So, she's just.
You don't have to justify it.
I know. Okay. This old lady likes Taylor Swift. There you go.
You may get a 2-for-1. Travis may be there too, so you really get a 2
right. Jason, if you're lucky. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Dr. G, who's your guy or gal?
I'm going to keep it in the realm of celebrities. I'm going to go with Denzel Washington.
I like that.
That was good. That was
good one. Well, I'm going to go historical, and Jarrod, I like yours. I'm going to go with JFK in the Bay of Pigs scenario. That would not necessarily like if I could just be a fly on the wall during that tense moment in history, I would love that.
That'd be great.
All right, cool. So now we're going to go back to Frisco. Let's see. I'm checking my time real quick. Yep, we've got time for one more, maybe two questions if we go fast enough. So Frisco, Sports City, USA, ton of places to eat, ton of anything you really want. One of the safest, one or two over the past 5 years, ranked number 1 or 2 as the safest place to live in America. So a lot of stuff going for the city of Frisco. That being said, what's the one thing that Frisco is missing? So what does Frisco not have that you want it to have? And I'll mix up the order. We'll go Jarrod first.
Wow, man, that's a tough one. I'm gonna say, what are they missing? A nice parking area in downtown Frisco.
Okay,
is that good?
That's fair. Then that's accurate.
That's true.
All right, Debbie.
My go-to Trader Joe's. You have to drive to Plano or McKinney. Trader Joe's here in Frisco.
Okay, Dr. G.
So mine isn't like a place, but like a place for mountain biking, like a huge, nice mountain biking trail. I love being outside.
Got it. Yeah, love that. Good answer. A lot of nature, preserves and parks and whatnot, but you're right. No mountain biking. Not enough mountain biking. Good stuff, Ethan.
You already know my answer. It's got to be a Tim Hortons. Best coffee, best donuts, Timbits. It's got to be a Tim Hortons. It's only a northern thing. They need to come down here.
Spoken like a true hockey player. We'll allow it. My answer, you know what it typically is. It's a Lou Malnati's Pizzeria, but I'm going to switch it up. We need an airport, right? Why do we have to drive 45 minutes or 40 minutes to get to DFW or 40 minutes to get down to Dallas Love? Let's put an airport in Frisco. I mean, I'm thinking big here.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Let me see if I have one quick one. So no explanation on this bucket list item. What is the one bucket list item that you can realistically do in the next, I'm going to give it a 5-year time horizon. So next 5 years, what are you going to tick off your bucket list? Just say it. Don't even explain it. Ethan, you're the youngest. You have the most time frame. What are you going to do?
Go to Italy.
Okay, I like it. Jarrod.
Hike one of the 7 tallest mountains in the world.
All right. Debbie.
Skydive.
Oh, you took mine. All right, Dr.
Barcelona. Visit Barcelona.
Okay. I'll say Alaska. I want to go to Alaska. So, all right. That wraps up our rapid. You are off the hot seat. You are no longer getting rapid fired at. I love that segment though. It always evokes a lot of good answers, and hey, there's some food to get together and do a little bit of networking outside of this show, right? Because you can dive a little deeper on Jarrod's historical, his love for history as that answer of Eisenhower was.
I do like history.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Hey, guys, been an awesome show today. I appreciate your guys' input. I appreciate sharing a little bit about you personally. Really enjoyed getting to know you guys on the show here. Awesome guests. Love that you were synergistic in your businesses. Also very similar in, your point in life that you guys are at with young kids. And hopefully you guys see each other at the PGA this weekend.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Who knew, right? But I did want to give a chance just to kind of put a bow on the show, just go around the horn, make sure that people, again, know who you are and more importantly, how to get in touch with you. We're going to start with our guests first, and Dr. G, we'll start with you. Just tell the audience again who you are, what you do, and how to get a hold of you.
Yep, Dr. G is what I typically will go by at Rise Functional Health. We're here to help you with any of your health needs. I am a chiropractor, so that's what our specialty.
Awesome. Well, thanks again for being on today, and great meeting you, virtually here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, you bet. Jarrod, you're up.
Yeah, so ElevatePT, concierge PT service, that means we come to you. If you want to get a hold of me, the quickest, easiest way is going to be just text or call me. My number's down there scrolling at the bottom. My email's there as well. But if you want to follow what we're doing on social media, I would say go to Instagram. That's ElevatePT_Frisco is one of them. And we're just getting stuff out there, and I'm excited to work with Ethan and see what that leads to as far as impacting the community.
Awesome. Love it. Love it. All right. We're going to save our winner and most popular for last, Miss Watson. So Ethan, you're up next.
Absolutely. So Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency, social media marketing, content creation, video editing, graphic design. Overall, we just focus on social medias. And you can reach me at DonovanCreativeAgency.com. That's my website. It has all my work for the most part. Needs to be updated a little. Also, you can reach me at 469-247-6522 or Ethan.Donovan at DonovanCreativeAgency.com.
Thank you, sir. And Debbie?
Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers. I help families. I'm fully licensed, so I help families with life insurance and investments and helping them get out of debt. You can reach me at 214-801-7481, or you can go to my website. So I look forward to just continuing to grow. And thank you so much for all the people that supported the show today and the winner for today.
Yeah, and there's more of these type of contests coming up. It was awesome doing this for the first time on the Community Difference Frisco show. Stay tuned for future opportunities to win things like a trip. And we also will have ticket giveaways for one of our co-hosts and co-host Coach Andre Coles with the Frisco Fighters, who is a sponsor of the show. So look forward to getting into that as well. But thank you for everybody who joined us today. Once again, thank you to our guests and our awesome co-hosts. Great to see you guys again. We have one more week in the month of February, so we'll be kicking around the same topic next week, same time, Thursday, 2:30. Until then, have a wonderful weekend, safe weekend, enjoy the weather, and see you then. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching today's show. The Community Difference Frisco is made possible by
Brian Poduska, owner of Real Property Management Focus. Paul Fisher, loan officer with Certainty Home Lending. Debbie Watson with Team Watson Redeemers. Kendra Kennedy with Stewart Title. Ethan Donovan with Donovan Creative Agency. Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage. Chance Post with Total Care ER and Total Care Networking. Matt England, Director of Corporate Partnerships, and Andre Coles, Head Coach of the Frisco Fighters Arena Football Team.